the footer of a website. It's really the second identity of a website if you think about it. The first is always the logo. The second is the footer. It gives you so much more information about the site. Usually you'll find contact pages. You will find about me. You will also find links. You'll find login links. You will find links to themes. You will find links to other organizations. You will also find things that are dealing more with the site, things like forums, things like site admin, RSS feeds, things of that nature. Who built the site? So come along. I'm going to show you how to edit your WordPress footer. And there's two different ways. So go ahead, log into your site, and we will get this edited. And we're going to dive right on in. Alright guys, let's just do it. Let's just dive right on in. It's going to be super simple. When I'm done with this, you are going to be editing footers like you are a pro. Now, if you have no coding experience, zero at all, let's not worry about it. Some of the examples I'm going to show here, you are going to be able to modify. And if you have any questions about it, leave them in the comments, or you can email us. That is super simple, right? So let's get right on in here. Let's look at some examples. I have 4 sites here. Shameless plug, enhstudios.com. In production now, you can see we haven't added a whole lot. By the time this is done, we are going to have things for our clients. We are going to have all sorts of different cool tools. So you look at another one here, another shameless plug. My wife is starting a photography business, so she doesn't have a footer yet on her site. Look over here. Again, super simple, simplistic. We have a login, we have a name. And this site, another shameless plug, nathanstotts.com, is a personal site that I am posting all sorts of writings and things that I have dealt with in the past. But let's come over here to this site. This site is a little more complex in its footer. Its footer, you see things like utilities, site admin, log out, RSS feeds, things of that nature. You find recent topics and online members and dealing with a forum. You also have the name of the site, you have the theme, and you have who built it. So looking at some of these sites, it can be super simple and it can be super complex and overwhelming, and then you're going to pay to hire somebody, and that's not cool, right? For something super simple, you should be able to do it yourself. So let's look at nathanstotts.com here. I've logged in. We'll go to my dashboard. We'll go to appearance, editor. Now this is a self-hosted website, so of course I'm not going to receive any errors. If you do receive an error, go ahead and click proceed. Now we are going to look, the first page you come to is your CSS. We don't want to mess with that right now. If you have a little bit more coding experience, go ahead and look at it. You can tinker around with it here. But we're really interested in this theme footer over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And again, if you are not on self-hosted and you receive a warning message, go ahead and click proceed. So looking here, you can see we've got some places for some widgets. That's awesome. That means I can place some widgets down there, enhancing the experience. But the biggest thing I want to worry about is this part right here, right? So here is my copyright. Here is my date. Here is my blog name. And of course, here is that nifty little login that we've seen. So this is where we can add some different things here. I've already added the link to login. I always love doing that because I hate the meta widgets. I think they look ugly. But of course people do use them. I don't utilize them on my site, so of course I remove them. So one of the things I wanted to add here, of course, as a web designer, I want to go ahead and put in an identity. Page built, let's see here. We'll go ahead and do a P. We'll do P, page built by, colon, space, ahref. Again, up you can see I'm pointing at the screen. I got to remember that you're not here with me, unfortunately, to look at this. So we see here this ahref. This signifies a link. We are creating a link here. So if you don't have any coding experience, you're going to learn some here. So that is pretty cool. http:// and with this one here, what we want to do target blank. Now for those of you who don't have coding experiences, what I just wrote in here was I created a link. My target is where when you click on the link, what happens? Blank creates a new page. So we're going to do E&H Studios. That's just blank text. This closeout here, I'm closing the link, right? So this is saying this is where the link ends. All right, so that's what I wanted to add. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to update the file. File edited successfully. Now I can go up here, I can visit my site, and I can see page built by E&H Studios. Now, of course, it looks ugly, and this is kind of messing with some other pages to kind of give it more room so it can flow smoothly. But we're not going to worry about that here because this is getting into the more simplistic. So I click on the link, opens up in a new tab here for me, and look at that. There's ehnstudios.com. So we'll close out of that. The E&H Studios and the MSTOTS photography are of the same effect, so super simple. It's this one here that really changes the game and can confuse and overwhelm some people. So I've logged in. We'll go to my dashboard. We'll go to Appearance, and we'll go to Editor. Now, of course, here is the message I was talking about earlier. We're not going to hit Proceed here. We don't really want to look at the CSS. We want to find that theme footer. Now I want to click Proceed. Okay, so theme footer 2, theme footer. Where is it? What am I looking at? So let's get a reference, right? So let's go to Visit Site. Let's scroll all the way down. If you're using Chrome, do Control-Shift-C, and that opens up Developer Tools. Now this is a cool tool. If you are a web developer and you don't use these, you're crazy. Use them. All right. So really what I want to edit is I want to edit this down here. Okay, so I selected it, highlights it. So now I can look. Okay, well this lives at div ID footer 2. Okay, I remember seeing that, right? So we'll go to Dashboard. We will go to Appearances. We will go to Editor. We're going to go ahead and close out the Developer Tools. So now we're going to go to Theme Footer. Proceed. Okay, now we saw text there, right? But there's nothing here. It just says cry out footer hook. Well, this is where WordPress has evolved, and they have kind of created these hooks, things that, little snippets of code that allow you to expand the experience, right? So I can do that, and then I can declare the footer later elsewhere. All right, so let's go find that hook. Oh, look, theme hooks. I bet you it's in there. Proceed. Okay, before wrapper, inside branding, inside access. Hey, look, footer.php hooks. Okay. Footer hook, function, cry out, footer hook, do. Okay, well, that's not it, right? That can't be it, right? There's no text there. Well, looking at the way that WordPress functions, all right, I'm sorry. We'll look at function. So function, that kind of gives us another keyword, right? So you're playing a little detective here. So, well, that's not theme functions, theme hooks. Oh, hey, look, here is theme functions includes. Proceed. So we scroll down, we look through. I am, of course, glazing over this. You can look over your own, but really what I'm doing is I'm looking for something called footer. Add section. If function exists, social icons. Replaces header image. Back to top bottom. No, breadcrumbs. All right, current page. Function exists, more breadcrumbs. All right. So, hey, I think we have it. So this is the site info, and of course we can see the add action cry out footer here. Huh. Well, you saw some of the text we have in here. Well, here's site built by. Oh, well, here it is, right? We found it. So this is awesome, but it's a little gobbledygook right now, right? So if you have no experience looking at code, this might be a little difficult and a little tough. But let's power through it. Let's look at it. All right. So Ahref, there's a link, echo URL, home URL. Okay, cool. Well, that's the website. That's sitting there. Okay, great. Blog info name. Look at that. Powered by Mantra. There's another link. There's the URL for it. Mantra theme. Cry out creations. Hey, look at that. Oh, hey, I remember seeing this on there. So this is a great place. I usually leave the first section of it. I will get rid of the powered WordPress. Generally, it depends on what the content is. But this is a great place to start. Now, before you start editing this, and it doesn't matter whether it's this or the footer, do a select all, copy it, come out here to Notepad, and actually it can be Notepad, it can be Notepad++, or if you have Dreamweaver, you can use Dreamweaver. It doesn't matter. This is basically creating a backup. So if we mess up, if we type in the wrong bit of code and maybe we break it, we can just paste it back in and start from scratch, right? So backups are great. So, all right, what do I want to add here? There's really not much I would add in this one, but what we can do, let's see here, we can do site built by, target blank. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of this link here. And what this is saying is this is right about here is where this ends. And this is just getting rid of that mantra, right? So we can go, we can select it, we can go boop, we'll leave a space, we update the file, file edited successfully, come up here. Now we scroll down. Now that mantra is out for the powered by mantra. So if we want to go ahead and get rid of that, which I don't, mantra is actually a very good theme, and the developers of the theme are phenomenal. I've used them a couple times, and I'm really starting to like them. So that is awesome. So we'll go back in. All right, so remember, it's not in the theme footer. It's not in those theme functions. We theme hooks, this theme function. So we'll come in. Remember that backup we made? Well, this is a perfect opportunity to employ that. Boom. Update file. Come back, visit site. And look at that, powered by mantra. We have a link there. So guys, that is it. It is super simple. If you guys have any questions about doing it or you want to see more WordPress videos, let me know. Leave some questions, some comments down below. And also, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Head on over to enhstudios.com. As it develops, as it builds, we've got some cool things we're going to try to bring your way. Of course, some great content. We've got some other videos out there we want you to take a look at too. But thank you guys so much for watching. And again, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. If you didn't like it, go ahead and let me know what you didn't like about it, and let me know what I can do better. And if you want to see more WordPress videos, let me know. I've got a whole WordPress environment that I can throw at you. So again, thank you guys so much.